let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Let that money talk. You bout that bad, let that money talk. Now if you focus bout that bad, let that money talk. You on your hustle and your grind, let that money talk. You bout your vision and your goals, let that money talk. You out here getting it all the time, let that money talk.
Glory Child.
Hey, how are you? Yes, ma'am.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, so we'll talk about how I met you later on in the interview. But yes, tell us about your upbringing and a little bit about your background.
Okay, well, I'm Glory Child. My name is, that's my artist name, but I'm Tyrone Hart. I grew up in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So, yeah, I grew up in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Little island, casino town. A lot of hustle and bustle. So, yeah.
It's called Casino Town, I bet.
Yeah, I think we got like 12 or 13 casinos, so, yeah. Yeah. Kind of like Vegas, but, you know, just a little bit smaller, but yeah.
Yeah,
Small
okay, no, that's cool.
city, but, you know, action-packed. Been bad young little kid, but found my craft and drawing and stuff like that. My dad is an artist, so I was always influenced around art since a young age. So then I finally went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia, went to school for graphic design, and that's actually when I found Glory Child itself. So I was sitting there and listening to some music one day, and it was actually a song by SZA. And it was off of her album. It was like one of her first mixtapes ever. It was Suburban Lager, and it was the song Warm Winds with Isaiah Rashad. Now I was listening to it, and it was like real, I don't know, it was hitting me real deep. I don't know if it was the weed or whatever, but I was just chilling in my bag listening to it, and then she just said, Glory Child. I was like, hold on. And then the words that she was saying and the actual lyrics that she was saying, and it was like real relative to what was going on in my life at the time. So I don't know, this hit, and then that's what I just started calling myself, Glory Child, ever since. So
Okay.
now I'm located in Atlanta, so did a lot of moving around. I work in construction full time, so I do construction and artwork. Yeah, I went to school for brick masonry, moved down south, got a good job, and been working in the construction industry ever since. So, but still pursuing my art career and stuff like that. So. But now it's time to actually spread my wings and let everybody know what Glory Child is about. And
and what's going on and what's about to take full effect.
Exactly.
Okay, so, Atlantic City, wow. That I definitely got to Google that a little bit about that and see what's going on. Are you the only child? Like,
no, I have two brothers and I have one sister. I'm the middle child though.
Okay. So what would you say is your favorite childhood memory?
Probably Saturdays. The weekend vibes that my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister, we all had. Cleaning the house, which was like the yard work and all that stuff wasn't really fun. But it was just like, I guess, what we would do afterwards, we'd go out to eat, spend time with each other, you know, clean, listen to music, listen to my parents jam out in the living room, play the drum set, whatever. It was just always, the weekend was always just filled with some different type of activities, but it was always more so like geared to our personal development in a sense. So my parents always made sure that the weekends was lit.
Yeah, that's dope, especially when it's with family and it's like you're learning at the same time as you're having fun. Like, you know, something to look forward to. And yeah, that's definitely a good memory. That's dope, actually. You know, looking forward to Saturdays because, you know, everybody clean on Sundays. So, when did art first, like, I mean, we did talk about it, how you said you went to art school and all of that, but when did you feel like, this is what I'm gonna do? I think I'm an artist. Like, you know, I got something here. When did you feel that? What age? What was going on in your head?
To be honest with you, it was like more so I was like really heavy in the streets. So it was just like I was real heavy in the streets. And it was just like, all right, yeah, I'm good at this too, but it's just like it's this one thing that's always been like on my shoulders ever since I was a kid. It's like I've been anything I could see, I could draw exactly how it is. This is like if I take a picture of you, I take a picture of a bird sitting outside or whatever. If I sit down, get in my element, I could draw it exactly how it is. So that's just been something that's just been following me. And then this is like,
Oh,
I always found myself doodling, no matter what. No matter what I was getting into, the craziest street stuff, whatever. I'm just always doodling. I gotta write on something, whether it's on the bag for my food that I just got, like from the restaurant or whatever, like a receipt, something on my hand, on the side of the car, like on the side of the interior, like a little beater car or whatever. I just gotta draw on something. So it's just like, I just had that realization. I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm good at this. This shit is cool, but this is like, this is something that God gave me. I can't really deny that. This is like, I can't really, I don't know, and that's how I was just raised. We was real, like, I was always raised to be like real in tune with like our spiritual side. So it's just like, I always knew, ever since I was a little kid, that that was my point of purpose. But I just never knew how I was going to grow into it and how I was going to develop into it. But it was just like, yeah, I always knew. It was just like, all right, yeah, all that other shit's fun. All right, I didn't try it. I didn't master that too. Let me get back to what I really am put here for. So it was just like,
right.
let me focus up before I actually lose the opportunity. Because even though I was blessed with a talent, like from the Most High, it still could be taken from me if I just neglect it. And that was more so the thing that made me get off my ass and pay attention to it too. Because it was just like, yeah, no, I can't neglect this. Because I feel like more of a fool if I had something that most people would die for. You get what I'm saying? Or would love to be able to do, and I just neglect it. That's just gonna make me more of I can't be no loser like that. So it was just like I had to really kick myself in the ass and
Lock in.
yeah, locked in.
No, that's dope though, because I like to draw and I like to, paint and stuff. I think it's a very good way to like relieve stress or just like a way to get away or something. So I definitely like to paint and do stuff like that. So I think that's cool that you actually know what you're doing, because I gotta look at something or just how you said you doodle, like, man, I wish I could fucking do that. I wish I can look at something and draw, like, so that's super tight. So I'm giving you your flowers for sure, because not everybody can do that. But I am curious, because I'm in my bag. Have you ever thought about like selling your drawings like to tattoo studios? If not, if you do, because some people will be looking for dope art. I see your art in my back.
Oh yeah. I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I always thought about it, but so how I always wanted to be like a tattoo artist. Like honestly, like but in my head that was just like a little bit later on in my life when I got like a little bit more settled and mature. I wanted to do like an apprenticeship and actually, just actually like you said, just have a big book where it's just nothing but my tattoos, and then I could just start tattooing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it is a good idea. I just haven't really pursued the opportunity, so I'm gonna actually put that in motion and actually see what I can do with that.
Yeah, and even send like stuff to to other states, because that's just a e-file. Like get your little PDF across until they actually. But yeah, because I be seeing people just out here, like, sometimes it sucks, and they be like, man, we don't have a tattoo artist. But that don't mean you can't have art. Like, it's just a stencil. But yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope.
I appreciate that too.
Heck yeah. It's enough bread for us all. So what were you into any other hobbies besides like drawing and stuff? Was that something, what else did you do?
I don't know. I was like the type kid where I watched like Food Network. I always wanted to be a chef. Honestly, before I was drawing, like before I really wanted to like pursue like the drawing, and like before I even decided to go to like the Art Institute, I wanted to go to culinary school. I was like the type of kid, all I would do was sit there and watch like HGTV, or I'd be watching like Food Network. Like as a kid, like Rachel Ray, and we'll look at
I was just about to text you, because I'm like, I used to watch it too, so you know about Rachel Ray.
Yeah, like the original Iron Chef,
30-minute meals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 30-minute meals, Barefoot Contessa, like
Barefoot. Okay.
Yeah, I know all the old OG Jones, the real Bobby Flay, like all that. But yeah, so
Emerald.
Yeah, Emerald, like Wolfgang Puck.
They don't do it like that no more. They don't do it like that no more.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's completely different. It's completely different. But yeah, that's what I wanted to actually do growing up. I always wanted to be a chef, but I'm like allergic. I'm deadly allergic to like anything that come out of the water, like anything, like fish, seafood, shellfish, anything.
Shelf, everything.
So everything. Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, there was this like, and actually got accepted to the Culinary Institute of America. It was like upstate New York.
Wow.
But like the first year, oh, it's not umbrella. But the first year was literally like the whole degree audit was like seafood and shellfish and stuff. So I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. And that's just when I found out I was like really, really badly allergic. So I was just like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
And
So
why changed it? Yeah.
I'm like, why chance that? I'm just like, well, I'll go to art school. I draw. I don't got to worry about no allergies there. So.
Easy peasy. Did you have any like anything in your childhood that was like crazy to the extent where you've learned from it, like to this day, like you still use it now?
You mean like experience wise?
Yeah, like you like, man, I went through some things, so you know, I don't move this way, I don't do this, I don't do that. Is there an experience like that?
I mean, yeah, where I come from is like crazy. Like, I mean, everybody can say that about where they come from, but like the city I come from is like crazy. It's like New Jersey, so it's just like real different. It's real. It could be real cutthroat. And then just certain relationships with family members and stuff like that I've been through was just like wasn't the best atmosphere to grow up in, or try to actually. You already dealing with bullshit within your city, and then like just that inner city black kid mentality. You already battling that, and then you got to battle certain elements within your own household. Growing up is just a difficult thing to conquer, and it takes like a sense of really knowing who you are early on to constantly fuel you and constantly, because it's like I had to hide myself in certain songs, in certain music, in certain. It's like how we sit here and talk about like Emerald Lagasse and like all those old shows. Like that's kind of how I had to hide myself in. You know what I'm saying? Those good parts of myself in when you're going through chaos and shit like that. So it's just like it's just like just the people, certain experiences, and certain people, family wise, that I was just around. It's just like I know now. Like I'm 31, I don't have no kids yet, but it's just like it just makes me more knowledgeable, not more so cautious, just wiser on the overall situation, on point and purpose. You get what I'm saying? It's just like being equally yoked in everything that I do, and any relationship, any friendship or anything like that. That's just highly important because of it's like we in a hell of a time. You get what I'm saying? It's just like going from, especially if you're born in the 90s, going through this transition of seeing how technology has advanced, how the internet, and then this. If you still got your right mind, like I said, I'm 31. If you still got your right mind at 30, where you still is holding on to that point and purpose,
Not
like,
right, that hope, right?
Yeah, it's just like it's only your right to be like, yo, I gotta eliminate. We gotta cut all this generational bullshit out. We might as if I'm in my right mind, it's like, all right, we made it through most of the war, through that. You know what I'm saying? Going through your 20s now, it's just like, all right, we're the people that's going to be that they're going to write about one day. It's just like you gotta. I just feel as though it's everybody's responsibility to make it through that. You gotta just kill all them generational curses. You just gotta go back and look back over the mountaintop and be like, all right, well, this shit wasn't right. This was right. You know what I'm saying? Sift everything through each other, and then get rid of everything that was negative, and fill that negative void with something positive. So you can create a whole new cycle. It's just all about creating a whole new cycle. So that's all. That's what I learned from all the experiences. It's like I was angry for years, honestly, very, very angry for years for a lot of the things that transpired. But it's just like I'm grown now, so it's like my responsibility to get over it. And then it's like we got like I said, it's 2025. We got every tool possible that we could ever need. The only thing that could ever stop you now, and that's for anybody, no matter what the hell you went through, is just you. That's it. So I used to hold on to
the
the
actual
experience.
factuals.
Yeah, but I used to hold on to them experiences, but it's just like you gotta let it go. Because once you hit that age of like where your innocence is gone and it's just like I said, responsibility, it's just like you are in control now. It's like when we were younger, yeah, certain things around us, our parents control a huge part of our reality. But when you become the conductor of the train and shit, it's just like you control the reality now. So don't taint your whole reality just by looking back on your experiences in a negative way. You gotta grow past that shit, or it's gonna taint your perspective in the future.
Yes, it will. It will definitely hinder you too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
preach, man, preach. You definitely popping your shit. I'm gonna have to make that one real. Um, did you have any role models growing up?
Yeah, my dad, I guess. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, my
That's a
pops.
good role model.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna say my
everybody
pops
gets that.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad. My dad's definitely that nigga.
Can we know why? Why your dad?
I don't know. Just because, well, I do know because I just how he always carried himself. He's like a real respectable man. Like everybody respects him. Everybody knows who he is. He takes care of himself. It's just like I just paid attention to how. That's like it's the different perspective. Like when you're younger and then when you get older, it's like all right, well you know some of that glow goes away when you start learning stuff when you get older. But at the same time, I'll never knock my dad because he's just like I said, just a real stand up man, no nonsense, get to the point, straight, straight cut and dry. And it's just, he's always amazed me in his character and his resilience in a lot of things that he's always been up against. So yeah, I'd definitely say my pops. And then especially when it comes to artwork, because he's the one that actually sat down and taught me a lot of the things that I know and actually put the actual spark to my light. I would say more so when it comes to starting all this stuff and actually pursuing artwork in its whole. So.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. I feel like when you can get the inspiration in home, and especially a good mentor home. Yes. Shout out to Pops for that, for sure. So, how did your family like react to like your artwork? It's you do graffiti too. Like, I mean, of course, like it's like if you do this, you do this. So yeah, like, well, how did they react to that? Were they shocked, or they not because they see you draw all the time, but you actually taking it as a career? How did they like?
Oh yeah, they proud, very proud of me.
Yeah.
They're very, very proud of me. When I was doing my graffiti back, like in the day, they wasn't so proud of me because I was getting in a lot of trouble and stuff like that. But now, yeah, very supportive. Like my little sister is like one of my biggest supporters when it comes to my artwork and then this overall like creation and stuff like that. So yeah,
What were some of the
very supportive.
things? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go
No, my bad.
ahead.
You first. You first.
No, yeah, like I was saying, yeah, my sister is like one of the number one supporters. My grandmother always wanted to pursue art, but she grew up in a time and age where as though it was really frowned upon for her to pursue that. So it's just like it's good to see her actually receive and look at a lot of my stuff and be happy at it and be able to fulfill. You know what I'm saying? Look at it and be like, all right, well, if I wasn't able to do it, if my grandson is actually pursuing it and is taking it serious and is actually at a high quality level. So everybody's very proud. Everybody's very proud.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
dope. Yeah, I was gonna say, what were some of their responses? Like, what were some of the things they say? But that's cool. Like to get a whole family of responses. That's
Yeah, that's all we really
like
are.
of
It's just a
love.
family of
Like,
artists. Yeah, everybody. It's either they sing or they draw for the most part.
oh, that's
Family singer
cool.
draw. Yeah, definitely. So.
It runs in the family, so that's cool.
Mhm.
Um. Okay, so when was the defining moment when you said you were gonna just start taking it as a career and like making money and like this is it? I'm gonna put my all into it.
Probably like I'll probably say like 2, 3 years ago. Cause I've been like I said, this was back. I came up with Glory Child back in like this got to be like 2014. So it's been like 10 years, or it's just gaining confidence. And then, like I said, I was in a lot of different type of shit. So
Yeah.
I wasn't focused, like, and it was always, I always treated it like, all right, I know I'm good at this. This is like when you know, it's like, it was a negative way, but at the same time, I don't look at it as negative because I was just like immature in my growth. But it was just like, all right, well, I was gifted with this talent. Ain't nothing gonna really happen, or I could really bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or mess around at other things until I really be like, all right, it's time to dig in and really focus. So it was just like, I'd be like, and then when I did really have the intentions to dig in and focus, I had to get like the security within myself to actually start putting things out, because it's like, all right, yeah, I could draw. My family used to see me draw, and all my friends used to see me draw, but not everybody else that I'm not familiar with. So it was just like I had to really build up confidence. So, and it's like I said, been like 10 years, but the last 3 years is where I really, really was like, all right, this is it. I know I got something different. If it's been this long and this has been on my mind this long and been in my heart, and I just can't stop thinking about it, I gotta take it serious and take it serious, like for real, and make a career and start actually making money off of it. So
I like that. I want to talk about that collab you did with 808 Baby. I know her Instagram. I saw the Instagram. Damn it. 305 Baby.
334 baby.
334 Baby.
Oh yeah, my homegirl Ty Grant.
I was trying to
Yeah,
do it with not looking. I was trying to do it with not looking.
it's all good. My homegirl Ty Grant. Yeah, shout out to Ty. Yeah, Ty the
Yeah,
Vision.
shout out her.
Yeah.
She's funny as hell. I follow her.
So, yeah,
She's
that is my homegirl for sure.
I'm always following her, like resharing her stuff. So when I saw your art, I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So shout out to her. That's how I got your Instagram. That's how it's happening right now.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
That's so dope. Yeah, and that's
How
a
did
real
that
good.
happen? Okay, so that's your friend. That's cool.
Yeah, we met.
You just like,
We met and became good friends, and this actually the universe works crazy. So we actually, her cousin Gourmet Dre,
I feel
which
so
is
bad messing her name up.
huh?
I feel so bad messing her Instagram name up.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Gourmet Dre. Shout out to Gourmet Dre. She actually got us hooked up together. Me and her were helping out a business partner on their store, and she had came and shot some content for her food truck, and we just hit it off, had a great conversation, and then she saw some of my work, and we ended up having conversations, and then she ended up pulling up on me, gave it a little backdrop of what I actually had going on, had another conversation to set up a meeting where we could actually do content together, and we actually been working ever since. And she actually has like a Patreon right now where she's like guiding content creators and stuff like that on how to make better content. So me and her just been in constant talks, and it was really a great link up. The content came out way amazing. Like it was so super dope. We've been working with her, being around her. Her energy is amazing. So yeah, definitely shout out to her.
She's funny, man. She's funny. That's cool. Okay, walk us through your process, right? Pretend this is a blank canvas. What is your approach?
Oh, that's funny. I just go about it. Just depends on what mood I'm in. Really, honestly, it really depends on what mood I'm in. Is
So it's like Picasso, or you like gotta see something first?
Oh no, so like most of my ideas come from like my dreams and stuff, honestly. It'd be like daydreams. It's like daydreams, my dreams, and then a lot of music. So it's just like the main fuel for like a lot of my artwork be music. And it's like a whole lot of nostalgia tied into it too, I guess, if it makes sense. Like it's kind of a weird process, like for me to explain, but it might not be weird. But yeah, it's really the music, because it's like, so like this painting behind me, like Death to the Ego, that came from, it always starts with like a phrase. well, most of my artwork starts from like a phrase. So it's just like I was listening to a Tupac song, and it's called "Death Around the Corner." And he had mentioned death to the ego in there. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, Dad. I'm sitting there and I'm smoking, and it's like, all right, damn, all right, death around the corner, death to the ego. And so just like when I had the phrase in my head, it's just like, all right, what would be a still shot? If I was to think of like a moment in time, what would it look like from my perspective of that? And that's what I be coming up with. It's like crazy as it sounds. That's like how I be coming up with a lot of my artwork. Is this comes from phrasing, like in a lot of the music. And like I said, it go back to what I was saying earlier. Like I hid a lot of good parts of myself in music and certain movies and stuff like that. So it's just like when I did get out of that chaotic mindset, I can always go back to it and start fishing pieces of myself back, which is actually old ideas that I was holding on to and stuff like that. So when I listen to these old songs again, it kind of is like, okay, boom. Like, and that phrase would come up and then I would create. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's really my first time ever explaining it, but like, I don't know. But yeah, that's like how a lot of my process works. And that's like, I love it because it's like super authentic. But it's just like, and the still shot comes from, I don't know, it's like, I always looked at like, I started off drawing like comic books and stuff like first when I was younger. Just like, you know, like the actually, like the front of a comic book, how the characters all be moving in motion and different stuff like that. This is how I always, that's what I mean by like still shot in my head. Mm-hmm, so it's like I have a phrase and then it's just like, all right, what would be that still shot in real time motion if I was to actually draw it out and put it on canvas and stuff like that. So
like you do it over and over, like you draw the same thing like over and over.
Yeah, it depends though. So it's funny. So like this, like if I was,
flip book.
Huh?
I'm thinking of a flip book. I think.
Oh yeah, no, not like a flip book, but like this. Before it made it on canvas, I drew this like 6 different times, but like on 6 different pieces of paper. It's like 6 different ways, but it has to come. It just each different time is just building a different, I guess, version of it. Mm-hmm. And some versions be right, and some versions I could take different elements from each version and make that one whole version, and make it all make sense and make it be able to be palatable for somebody to be able to look at it and it makes sense to them. So.
And then that's when you're like, this is it. This is the one. I'm locked in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it used to be, and it's just like I never like try to just sit on my talent. Like I practice a lot, and I just try to keep a discipline, and that just makes me more. Because it's just like there's been times where as though I'll be working on one thing, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, now and I won't touch it for like 3-4 months, and then I work on something else, or I'll be working on 2 things at one time. And I was just like, if it comes into my head, it came with a point and a purpose. So it's just like I gotta fulfill it all the way to its end. And once it's complete, then I can move on to the next thing. So that's just like a discipline I had to find within myself.
Mm-hmm. So. I mean, that's good because it's only pushing you to be better. In these limits, you only get better. So, do you know how to work with like all paint, like acrylic, watercolors, like all of it, or are you using specific paint?
No, I can do it all. I like doing it all. My favorite thing is like if you look on my page, it's really the custom, like on the clothing, like with the actual fabric paint and stuff like that. That's my favorite. And oil colors, but oil is like really, really messy. So it's just like I just gotta get in a better like space wise. Well, I'm in a better space now where I can like throw down drop cloth and then just like actually paint and then paint how I really want to paint with oil paint. But you gotta be like in my last spot, I had carpet and stuff, and okay, you can't really mess around with oil paint. The way I paint, yeah, I couldn't really do the oil paint, but I'm about to get back into the oil paints. But yeah, oil, pastels, acrylic, like I said, doing the custom one-on-one paintings on the actual clothing, that's my baby right there. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, anything paint, graphite, pen tools, whatever, ink, I can do it all. Literally do it all. So.
I like the like the t-shirts, paintings, those are dope. Like, because I haven't seen anyone do it, and I like it because it's custom. Like, you know, I like custom things, so that's super dope.
I appreciate it.
I mean, talk about that because I see you have your website set up. What are your t-shirts going for, and how could people place an order if
Oh
they
yeah.
wanted to?
So my website, I'm actually going through a whole process right now with my website where I'm adding new inventory. So we're shut down right now till September 1st, but I have a launch tomorrow for Let's Heal Together. I have a new graphic tee that's dropping with a poster tomorrow, which you can actually hit me up on Instagram. Or you can hit me up on Instagram at glory_child94 on this page. And this, if you want to put in a pre-order, because pre-orders start for tomorrow until the website comes back up on September 1st. It's going to be a whole new revamp. Everything's going to be looking different. It's going to be a different flow to the website. It's going to be a whole bunch of new inventory, as in, like before I was doing the graphic tees, I had the custom work on there, and now I'm adding, so with this next drop, like for tomorrow, I'm adding actual posters and a backstory, where some graphic tees will be coming with like the poster to it, which is like a regular size, like movie theater poster, good graphic colors, but some of them's going to come with like poetry with it, or some of them's going to come with like a backstory. So the one that's coming out tomorrow is actually coming out with a backstory. So, and then any of the ones that I'm putting out after that will just come free with the purchase of the t-shirt. So you're getting a t-shirt, which is either graphic or it's going to be the custom, and then you're going to actually it's going to come with like a poster, and then it's going to have like a short story book with it as well. It's either going to be poetry or it's going to be a backstory, so you can have a more insight on the actual creation process of it, the care and wash options for it, then the backstory of everything that is going on in the actual design piece and stuff like that. And I'm changing up certain prices. It's like I'm creating like a new tier process with my actual pricing with different t-shirts. So it's just like with the drop on September 1st, I could explain a little bit more when we get closer there, because I'm going to be rolling out a little bit tier process, and I'm actually setting up a subscription process. Whereas though a monthly subscription, so if you subscribe, and everything's not in fine writing or printing anything like that yet, but you can subscribe for a set price and you'll get a set amount of t-shirts monthly, and that will fulfill every time you make your monthly subscription payment, and it'll come along with more posters, exclusive things, but it'll be a whole different lineup. You'll be actually,
Like a drop. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it'll be a whole different type of drop. It'll be way more exclusive, way more intimate, and way more behind the scenes of actually what we got going on over at Glory Child Custom. So
Okay. It's cool and exciting. Congratulations to that, because you know you're working hard. The job's not finished, so that's good news.
it's stressful, but it's all good.
Yeah, I'll make sure I post that later so they could know how to reach you for the merch, because yeah, it's pretty fire. I'm gonna tap into. How do you know? Well, I do want to know, how long does it take you to make a shirt?
Say it again.
How long does it take you to make a shirt?
So what I say is, realistically, 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
5 to 7 days. But we talking custom 101.
Yeah,
5 to
custom.
7 days. Custom 101, 5 to 7 days.
And they can just send a picture and you on it. Like, you can take that picture and put it on the shirt.
I can put it on the shirt, hand painted. I asked for a description though. I just don't just send me a picture and just be like, I mean, you can send me a picture and be like, yo, put it on the shirt, but I do prefer that you send me a little description with it as well, exactly what you want, so I can pinpoint and we can be on the same exact page.
Be on the same page, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. At least you take the time to read it and you want that, and you're just not like, you know.
Yeah, we're not just gonna make anything. We're not just gonna make anything. It's art. It's definitely art, so it's got to be done the right way, and we want the customer to be happy as well. So,
Have you had any crazy experiences, like, while painting?
what you mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That means yes. No.
I don't know. I think crazy experiences while painting. Nah,
No, everything was always smooth. Like you wasn't pretty much complete, and then some paint got on it, and it messed up the whole thing. Are you like really Picasso? If it messes up, you're just like,
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing this, like, it's just so second nature now. So it's just like, even if I mess up, it is, I don't, like, take it as a mess up.
okay,
And it's like, before, I mean, yeah, when I was younger, I used to have, like, some stressful moments where I didn't, like, finish or almost finish the canvas piece and then poked a hole in it, like, and messed it up. But it's like now, if I poke a hole in the canvas, I'm just going to fill it with a jewel or something, or just make the art make sense around it. It's just like, I just been doing it so long, it's just like autopilot. It's just like, okay, something happens, it's like, okay, well.
okay,
And then the process in which I paint now, and the maturity in which I paint now is just like, every mistake it has a point and purpose. It's just like, if I'm sketching something out and my arm jolts that way, unless I'm doing like a complete reference or something like that, if I'm just free flowing and I'm just creating, it's supposed to be like that. It's just like,
there.
yeah, it's kind of, because it's like any artist will tell you, it's kind of like a push and a pull. It's kind of like you gotta have control, but you gotta like not give a fuck at the same time. If it makes sense, you gotta like have like your hand on the rope, but so much. Whereas it's moving through your hand, but you still got the control of it too. You can control the speed, but it's still flowing. So you just gotta, at this, I don't know, I'm just real comfortable in that piece with my artistry right now and where I'm at. Because it used to be so chaotic where this like dumb shit would just happen. I'd be like, oh my goodness. And I just had to learn, like, okay, nah, it actually might look better like that. Or if it happened like that, it was supposed to happen like that. Or if it happened like that, you need to be more cautious in what you're doing to prevent. And the next time with this same situation, now you know how to prevent it, or you know how to avoid it, or you know how to handle it in a better way. So it's come from paying attention.
That makes sense. Especially to pretty much, you gotta just be confident in your work.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Do you think the art finds the artist, or the artist finds the art?
I don't know. I guess both. I don't know. I don't know. I guess both. Or maybe none. It's just like, it just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. We got all philosophical on me because, like, at the same time, like,
Shit is getting.
I guess it finds the artist because it's just like experiences. It's all about perception. It's all about perception, like, and how you actually look at the art. I guess more so than anything, because it could find you, or you could find it. Because you could be looking for it, you could be looking for inspiration, but at the same time, if you just going through and you just flowing through, it just depends on what type of artist you are. Because if you just going through and you just flowing through life, then the inspiration is going to automatically find you in everything that you do. And then you're going to be able to take that. And then when it is time, when your creation bar has reached its max, and it is time for you to release those creative juices and stuff, and you start creating, then it's just going to flow. So it's just like, I just feel as though it just depends on what type of artist you is, really, more so than anything, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. No, it is. I mean, it's how you take it. Take it or leave it. Okay, I'm gonna ask like some personality questions before we get into the motivational to ending it. Okay, so if you can wear one color for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Emerald green.
Emerald green. Specifics with the emerald. Why?
I don't know, that's my favorite color.
When I think emerald green, I think of like sparkly, like the sparkly green, right?
Yeah, like the deep, like it's like
The
a deep.
yeah.
It's like a
Elegant, classy,
yeah, smooth type. Yeah,
green.
yeah, a little off from that, but yeah.
Okay. If Your walls could talk. What would they say?
My walls could talk. Damn, this nigga smoke hella weed. Yeah, this nigga smoke hella weed. I don't know, they probably be trying to tell me how to paint or some shit. I don't know.
I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad. It could be worse, right? It could be worse. Do you think? Hold on, because I want to save that one for last. I want to save that one for last. What? Because I want to end that one like a good one. What is something that you're like working on right now? What are you striving for? Some goals.
Just being like a true provider. That's like my main goal right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like every aspect of my life, though. This is being like a true provider. Because it's like, we just need like a new blueprint. Like for a lot of shit. Like a whole lot of shit. But like, just like on the man aspect of it. That's just like my main goal. Is just always keeping my choices and my intentions behind my choices aligned with my point, like my actual purpose and the positive here. And it's being like a constant blueprint and like it's a constant example more so on like how you actually supposed to live and navigate through your life. For people that's like done it before me, or that's people like whether it's my nieces, my nephews, like my brother, my sisters, my homies, it's like we just need that shit. Like I said, we at the age where we're gonna be the ones that people gonna be talking about in the history book. Like they gonna write about us or they not gonna write about us. It's just our choice. So it's just like my responsibility, like I said, is just truly being a provider, like through and through. Where it's just like, especially where I'm from, it's just like, all right, yeah, niggas be the biggest dope dealer, whatever, like, but it's always, or they be a great person, but they always fall victim to some fuck shit. Or they always end up doing some bullshit where it just be like, well, damn. All right, well, you was for the people, but this, or you end up getting killed or some shit. That's just like my main goal is to rewire and re-navigate that whole shit, that whole system, that whole systematic way of thinking, that whole generational shit, like eliminating that shit and being, and it's not just me. It's like a lot of the men that I call my brothers and shit. Like we are the examples of that. So it's just like that's just my main goal. Is not only being a provider that I always needed for myself internally and personally, but being a provider for everybody that the universe and the Most High has placed in my life and around me, and that I'm gonna come in contact, whether it's good or it's a positive or a negative experience. I don't even really believe in like negative experiences. This is like how you perceive it and how you look at it. But
Learning experience, right?
yeah, it's all this like shadow boxing and shit. Like mental shadow boxing and then shit. This is how you really look at it. But yeah, just being a provider with the purest intentions and,
right.
Yeah, and the choices in which I make the intentions in which I make my choices. That's just it. That's one thing that I learned in life too. It don't matter who the fuck. It don't matter who the fuck the president is. It don't matter none of that shit. If you live with your choice, when you making the right choices, and you have the right intent within them choices, it's like you stay away from the bullshit. You navigate away from the bullshit. The longer you can stay away from the bullshit, the longer you got, the more opportunity you have to actually heal. And you give yourself time. It's all about buying yourself time and opportunity in a healthy space to heal. Then once you can heal, Now you can reestablish and then you can reintegrate back into other shit and then be a beacon of light to everybody else around you. So that's just how I look at it right now.
No, you gotta make sense. I mean, and that's good. You gotta have more people doing things like that, like more positive things, like wanting to be successful, but also to bring others around. Because there's a lot of people that become successful and they forget about those who still need them. So that's what they do. But with you doing all of this Superman hero stuff, how do you find your self peace, or what's like a day off for you? Like, what is fun to you? What like makes you laugh to where your stomach hurts?
Spending time with my sister, definitely with my sisters. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, we be cracking up. Yeah, I got a twin, so it's like we be having fun. Yeah, just my sister. Spending time with my sister. Like, I could be going like hiking and stuff like that. We just trying new stuff. I love going out to like some different restaurants. I be going to museums and stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't know, funny videos. I'm always drawn now, so it's just like I really don't be having a day off. Like, where it's just like I'm not creating anything, but at the same time, it's just like I just be having fun throughout it all. It be straight. It's like I don't go through like no chaotic experiences. Sometimes I'll be having my low days where I'll be like in my feelings and stuff. I don't know if it's because I'm a Cancer or whatever it may be. Whatever, I don't know. But I'll be having my days.
I'm like, yeah, it's some, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just be having my ups and downs. Like some days where I be like hungry for way more and just be anxious now more so than anything to get to what I'll be hungry for. But every day I be cracking up. I don't know. And it's just like I can't complain. I find like those I'm doing what I always wanted to do now. So it's just kind of like it's be stressful and chaotic at times, but it's just like most of the other time it be that cracking up time. Like I just be laughing, I just be chilling. Like I be doing what I always wanted to do. Like I said, I've been working in heavy construction for 10 years. So it's like to be able to do this and not being out there like building houses and shit, like it's a way better transition. So mostly every day is like a real chill kick back. I get to crack up and spend a good time with everybody that I actually like, that I'm close with, like that's in my tribe and stuff like that. So
right. That sounds good to me. And it doesn't sound like, too crazy, Everybody turns up and does things differently, and that sounds peaceful.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't did all that when I was like young as hell. I'm over that, like college and everything. Then yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
All that. I mean, I like to go out and be sociable, but like not really.
Yeah.
Once you realize you got something going, it's just like, especially when you just been in chaos for like so many years and you still. It's like going through war and still having like that golden ring that your wife gave you when you left home, and you look at it and your hand dirty as hell, cut up, but that shit's still there, and then you finally made it home with it. It's just like, yo, I'm not giving that shit up for nothing. It's like I don't care about going out like that no more. Like when it comes to like special like events and stuff like that, yeah, but nah. The whole point and purpose, like with this glory child, and the whole message is medicine. Like I said, it's about creating a whole new blueprint. I just don't make this shit because it just look cool on people on the clothes and stuff. Like, I just figured, like, okay, if I got a message that I recognize as medicine, and most niggas not even going, like, in our age bracket, they don't listen to shit. They don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's got to be ratchet as hell, or they gonna listen to it. So I'm just like, all right, well, I don't care about music like that. I don't rap. So it's just like, all right, how can I still put the medicine across and make these niggas take the medicine without them even know that they taking medicine? Make that shit dope as hell on clothes. Put it on clothing. And have people walking around wearing medicine and spreading the light that they don't even realize that they spread half the time. Because if they want to be ignorant, they're going to be ignorant. But it's just like, when you was a kid and you had to take your medicine, your parents found different ways for you to take the medicine because you ain't never want to take the medicine. So they would sneak it to you different ways. That's all I'm doing with the artwork. It's heavy messages. It's heavy messages. If you really look at my artwork, even in the captions on Instagram, it's poetry and then it's all that. But it's just like it's heavy symbolism and it's heavy information tied into every graphic, whether people realize it or not. I've had people be around and wear the shirt and be like, if the fourth time finally called me after wearing the shirt, like, oh shit, I finally get what this means. Oh, just like with the Guns and Butter shirt. That's like I said, it'd be different things tied nostalgic, like on some nostalgic shit. Yeah, this is like, all right, I can always use as a weapon to get this medicine across. The Guns and Butter came from Baby Boy. That come from Melvin. But that's like one of my most popular shirts. But I'm just like, all right, how can I get what Melvin was saying, which is like, you got to hold on to shit that's going to last you longer in time. You get what I'm saying? Than the shit that just go away. All right, Guns and Butter, the name is going to get people to go, oh shit, Guns and Butter. I remember that from Melvin. The woman in the middle is the butter. You get what I'm saying? The things that you're supposed to hold into, but the guns around that's as a frame, that's going to attract the young niggas and shit that be like, oh shit, that shit hard. Okay, yeah, that shit, he got the Glocks as the frame. That's different. Not knowing the whole time it's a whole deep message behind the whole thing. Until the third, fourth time you wear it, you be like, damn, oh snap. And then also, it's just like, I tell people, it's just like, it's medicine on so many different levels. Because even if you was insecure and you didn't even have, like, you're a person that has a message that you want to get out and you just don't have the social skills, all you got to do is put on one of my customers. I promise you, you walk around and you go into that group setting or you go into that event setting that you didn't have the confidence in, it's going to make all eyes going to be on you regardless. And then that's you training yourself. Because the more people that tap you on the shoulder, be like, yo, where'd you get that from? You a person that used to being in your shell. You be like, well, no, I got that from here. Now you training yourself to how to be more sociable and actually be able to be in a crowd and actually pursue what you want to pursue out your life. I'm just trying to free it. I'm trying to free us while I'm freeing myself at the same time, because the more that people embrace what I'm putting out, that's freeing me. And let me know that, you know what I'm saying? Like internally, we're, all right, yeah, the things that I'm doing is actually serving a point and purpose. And that's just going to help my soul and my spirit and my journey. So.
Man. It's just like, you got the blueprint. They just need to get the shirts. They need to lock in. Because, yeah, that's way more peaceful and it's way more calmer, better. And like I said, the artwork is dope. So, I mean, with that both in hand, yeah.
And you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it like this. This is the one thing I want a lot of people to realize too. Art is like one of the biggest industries ever. It's like a bill. There's no cap on art. Somebody can see your artwork, and it could be a piece that you put 100 hours in, and it costs you $500. Somebody with money can look at that and be like, you know what? I want to value that at $10 million. I believe in you. I believe in your journey. I like what you're doing. That's $10 million. So my whole point and purpose with a lot of, like with the custom one-on-one artwork that I'm doing, it's like I'm putting fine art on clothing. But for the consumer, for the buyer, with a lot of people and my previous customers, and what this new rollout on September 1st is going to be explaining to people, those pieces that you grab from me, appreciate with time. What we doing is not only just medicine, it's liberating yourself and creating kind of like a what they were doing with the NFTs with like a currency. Because it's like, all right, if you get a custom one-on-one like that Angel in the Outfield sweater, so you get that sweater and you pay what you pay for the sweater, right? As my artistry goes up, if you keep, say you don't even want to wear that sweater, you put that up, you frame it up, you can even frame it, put it in the frame, whatever, and hold on to it. As my artistry goes up, that value of that painting goes up as well.
Yeah.
And my whole point and what I want people to realize is even if you're in a resale game, if you're in the street bird resale game, as I go up, that piece goes up. So if you keep that in good quality, say I start framing all my artwork and putting it in, framing all my customs and putting them in frames and give you the option of where you can break it or you can not break the frame, right? And a celebrity gets onto that piece and they go on live and they break it and it's 500,000 people in that live and they break it on live and they tag me in it, Glory Child, hey, listen, I just broke it, I'm wearing this to the BET Awards. That same piece that you brought from me, for the price that you brought from me, believing in me 2 years ago before any of this shit happened, you know the price of that shit is gonna go automatically up just because Lil Wayne just busted the same Glory Child piece on damn live and now he ran at the BET Awards. So now what we doing is literally freeing people because what I want you to do is automatically is if you got a Glory Child piece, take that shit out the closet, go put it on eBay, resell that shit, and start your business. You get what I'm saying? Say if you sold the seed for $200. And 2 years from now, it appreciated over time, and it's fine art, which it literally is fine art on clothing, and you never put on your body. Resell it and start that bakery that you always wanted to do. Resell it and put your kids through school or whatever you decide to do with it. So that's the main goal. One of the main goals of the club.
That's what we want to see. So, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What would your younger self say to your older self? Like, let's pretend y'all having a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to each other? You're meeting for the first time, like, and you're just like, listen. And then he's like, listen.
I start crying. I don't know. for real, I'm probably start crying. I don't know.
Wait, which one? Because they both you. So the younger self or the older self?
Oh, probably be like, yo. Probably tweet. I don't know. I don't know. That's like crazy deep. Like cry, yeah. Like I said, probably see each other start crying. I don't know. Like, be very proud. I know the younger me will be very proud though. Very, very proud. Very, very proud. Because I ain't forget. And that was like the one thing I used to always tell myself through all the bullshit is not to forget who I was and the point of purpose. So
Have you ever thought about giving up?
yeah, a lot of times. A whole lot of times.
And then you just like snap back. What, like, is it the same thought that helps you snap back, or is it something that you do, like go to the gym, to go lock in with God? Like, what is it that you do that helps you get back into, your path, back into that lane?
Like I said, like I don't know what made me think the way I used to think when I was like younger. This is like I knew that the bullshit was going like a lot of, I don't know, it's like I kind of like prepped myself. Like I had my dad older too, so it's like his mindset kind of like made me kind of like real preppy on shit. So it's like like I said with the music and stuff, like that's the stuff that always bring me back. Like those same songs, like it's like I'll listen to them same songs, like, and it's like a whole library of different like genres and stuff like that of songs, but it's just like it's just certain things like I would know to pull out at certain times depending on how I feel. It's like I always call them like fail safes in my head. Like I will always have like little fail safes, so it's like if I know I'm feeling, I don't know, like it came with my education of like learning like your lower end and your higher end. I kind of look at it like an elevator. It's like, all right, if I know that I'm going down, it's like certain buttons that I can push on the way of me going down to stop and recognize. You get what I'm saying? And it still keeps me on that level, and I can either go back up or I can sit in that shit and go back down if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Blessed enough in in my own being to always have them fail safes and always have those. It's like kind of like if you ever seen the movie Inception. It's kind of like those, or like those little shockers, those little ticks to always get myself back to snap back in it. Because like I said, I've always been telling myself since I was like legit, like don't forget, just don't forget. You got a bigger purpose. Just don't forget. And it's been, and it felt like most of my life up until now has been shit to try to make me forget. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, but those fail safes, those songs, those
Man, I felt that.
those reminiscences on certain daydreams and shit like that has really saved me and kept me going.
That's good, man. You're really smart. Got a lot of wisdom. What's your relationship like with God, if you don't mind sharing? Or what's your religion? But, you know, I feel like how you're speaking, I know where it's coming from. So, yeah, how is your relationship with God?
I mean, A1. I can't. That's just, we just got a great relationship because I realize it's like, I don't know. I just look at shit way deeper. Like I was raised in like a Christian household. Like most of my family's like on my dad's side Muslim, so it's like I was raised on a lot of Islam and stuff like that too. But it's just like I'm very spiritual. Like, but this is like in my mantra that I say like every day, like in my prayers. It's just like I say, I'm you and you are me on this journey for eternity. I love you like you love me, and that's for eternity. So it's just like that's just something that I've been saying that shit for like probably like 16 years every day, and it's just like what I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we the same thing, but it's just like I don't know. It's just like I hope it's just like a parent, like a best friend, like somebody that pissed you off was constantly there for your betterment of you. Like it's I don't know, but it's in me. Like so it's just like it's hard to explain. But
I get it.
raised very much so on like the Bible and core values and stuff like that. That core line with the Bible, but it's just like I'm like very, very spiritual because I just everything in the Bible say it too. A lot of things it's just like the Most High dwells within you. It's all about your perspective and how you view it. But in my reality, it's just like I said, do the same thing. So that's what I always mean by like my choices and intent. Yeah, I done did a lot of fucked up shit. Like I said, I'm a whole street. I was a whole street nigga at one point in time in my life. But it's just like now it's just like I realized this shit way more bigger. It's a way bigger picture. Way bigger picture. So.
It is. Locked in. That was good. Okay, so I wanted to end the question. The question that I had was because you were saying you're a chef, or, you know, you are, because I'm sure you know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pretend we're on the cooking show now. I need you to tell me what's the name of your cooking show, right? And what are you cooking? Like, what's the meal you're going to cook? So pretend it's like Rachel Ray, 30-minute meals, and you're like, all right, y'all, welcome to, I'm about to cook this today. That's why I waited to the end, because to let you think, you can think a little bit. I'll give you a little couple seconds, you know.
Give me a second. You said I gotta come up with the name too?
Yeah, that's easy.
Oh man. Hold on 1 second. We got my charger too.
See, look, you got thinking time already.
Yeah, I'm thinking. And I gotta hop on like we doing the show too?
Yeah. Okay,
All right.
I'll do mine.
One second, I got you. Alright, so I'm gonna call mine
I'm not grading you or anything.
nah, but I gotta come up with some fire though. Like, I
Don't
can't
fuck this that cancer shit. I'm telling you, it's
It's gotta be something fire though.
We only gotta come one way.
Alright, Glory, let's call it Glory Days. Glory Days Cook Stop or something like that. We're just going off with that. Glory Days Cook Shop. And on today's episode of Glory Days Cook Stop, I think we're gonna knock out some what I'm good at cooking. Some
You know you have to
carne.
repeat this, right?
Huh?
I'm just kidding. I'm like, you know you got to repeat this, right? I'm just kidding.
Glory. All right. So on today's episode of Glory Days Cook Stop, we're gonna be making beef, carne asada, empanadas with a side of white sticky rice with some cilantro on top.
Ah, that actually sounds good.
Yeah, I make the best empanadas ever.
You make the pastry from scratch, or you?
No.
Okay.
I get the Goya discs. I get them, and then yeah, I make them.
Puff pastries.
Yeah, nah, they don't puff up, but yeah, I fry it. Some people be putting them in the oven. I don't like it when they be in the oven.
Nah, yeah, you gotta get it crispy.
But yeah,
That actually sounds good.
they be
All
busting.
right. Okay. So I feel bad because I did a couple of courses of culinary, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't too crazy because I switched it up. But anyways, I said all that. I didn't know sticky rice needed to sit for 3 to 4 hours or more. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you gotta
I
let it
did not
sit.
know that. I've been just doing long white rice all my life. So when I finally encountered sticky rice, I'm like, you gotta let this shit sit for 3 hours. So yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Well, yes, thank you so much for joining me for Money Talk. I do want to end with like a little motivational, inspirational for our young artists, painters out there who's just stuck in that realm where they don't know what they want to do. What would you say to them?
Man, don't give up. First and foremost, don't give up. And then if you feel as though you don't know what direction you want to go in, or where you want to lead with, take a couple steps back and cancel out all the noise. You gotta like literally fuck all that. You can't love nothing or do nothing right until you love yourself. So it's just like it really starts with all that. Find yourself, make your life the adventure that it really is. You should never be. You are the main character in your story. No matter if you're an artist, you're a singer, you want to bake cakes for the rest of your life, whatever. You are always the main character in your life. So it's just like, act like it, believe it, know it, and add that adventure and that thrill back into your life. Like, people say that shit don't happen overnight. It do. It's like, the choice is yours. You are the only person that can gauge or put a marker or put a deadline or put a restraint on anything that you ever want in your life. Nobody else truly can, unless you allow them. And then if you are allowing somebody else to dictate anything in your life, you gotta self-reflect and look on what type of person you really are.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna be somebody that's gonna to be the change, and you're gonna be a mover, or you're gonna be somebody that be moved. And a lot of people need to come to glimpse in that reality within their lives, because a lot of the bullshit that we all dealing with is people avoiding that one reality and one fact in life. Either you're gonna be the mover, you're gonna be the person moving, or you're gonna be the person that can be moved. Some people are put here just to be the move. Some people are put here to be the movers. But the problem is, and the issue that we have in our society, especially in our culture, everybody ducking that reality. Nobody wants to figure out and accept whether they a mover or they the person being moved. So they'll sit there and play both sides. But the one thing that it does say in the Bible, and the one thing that I've stuck with me, like I said, things stick with me and have always stuck with me over the years of my life. It's like, God don't like lukewarm shit. No matter who your creator is, it's this, you gotta understand. It's even it go down to basic like science and common fucking sense. And it says in the Bible, I'd rather you be hot or cold. The moment that you are lukewarm, I'll spill you out my mouth. So it's just like, either be the greatest version of yourself or be a piece of shit, but don't be both at the same time. And realize that there's really a lot of power in that. Because the moment you keep this flip flopping from back and forth, you're not doing nobody no justice. You just becoming a person that's in the way of everything, whether it's the destruction or the progression. So it's just like, fall back. If you don't know which way to go, fall back and fall in love with yourself. And every answer that you ever needed will come. That will come. Anything that you ever needed will come. And that's the main thing that people got to realize and people got to understand. So it's like, it's nobody has the control over your life like we was taught. Only you do. Nobody has that power. Only you really truly do. The only time that you give away that power is when you let other people's perspective bleed into yours, dictate yours, or navigate the direction in which you want to go to, whether it's your mom, your dad, the way your grandmama feel, the way your baby daddy, your baby mom feel, the way your peers look at you. It's just like all that shit, and we didn't even realize how much that affects us. Like, but growing up and growing older, like you really start to see. It's just like, damn, I was doing this because of this. I was doing that because of that. What that person thought, and it can be a crushing thing if you're not in a mental place or in a peaceful mental place, because it could be like, damn, I done gave my whole life to what other people thought instead of what I always thought and what I always believed in, what I always thought would be right and what I love. So from experience and from what we've seen other people in our culture and generation before us, whether it was our mom, our dads, our grandparents or whatever, it's like, don't give up that special piece of you for no fucking body, like ever, until you held on to it long enough that you can share it with somebody. And that goes down to friendships and relationships too.
Yeah.
Don't just be hopping in relationships because you feel a void. If it's a void, and I learned this from Bill, and I don't mean to keep talking, but I learned this from building houses for so long and laying brick. It don't matter, like, if the foundation not right, that shit ain't gonna last. You gonna have to pick this shit up and build it again. So it's just like, if you feel like you got a void in yourself, you should fill the void with you first. And then if you feel as though you need or you would like to bring somebody else into that, you get what I'm saying? You can. But you gotta build your house up with your own foundation first before you can be in a space where you can have a relationship with anybody else in a serious degree. And if you plan on it lasting and having longevity and shit, that's one thing we got to get out of too, is this instant gratification.
Yeah.
What are we really doing this shit for? Is it just for the next 2 years or for the next 6 months to look like we got it, or we gonna have this shit forever? That's the main thing. So that's what I tell the young artists. That's what I tell everybody in our culture right now, though, honestly. Stop giving yourself to everybody else before you gave it to you.
To you.
And expecting a different result.
Pouring into you, definitely. Self-love, self-care, I'm definitely about that. Starts within, then you can, yes. You gotta join me for G-Talk. You're gonna have to come on a G-Talk.
Hey, word.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was definitely a pleasure having you virtually. Yeah, this was good. This is good. This is really good and inspirational. So yeah, I look forward to having you back on the platform real soon. And let's go the fuck up. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, show some love. They'll be following you. I'm sure they'll be tapping in for sure. And yeah.
I appreciate y'all for having me, for real. It was definitely a great combo, great energy.
Yeah. I was going to say, did you have a good time tonight?
Yeah,
with
definitely.
Questions
Definitely.
was A1? Okay.
A1. A1. I
All
was
right.
able to. And this is my first time ever speaking on any of this, first podcast ever. So definitely an honor. Definitely an honor. Great
Well, I
question.
love that. Hey, look, I love that. So thank you. Yeah. Let me pop your cherry.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah, we'll be tapping in, y'all. So yeah, stay tuned in. Peace.
Is that money talk? Listen, tune in. We been having money talk conversation.